Are you looking for a quick adrenaline, thrill-seeking rush? Well, Accomplice has just arrived on Netflix. Could this be the answer? Hello and welcome to the review of the thrill-seeking documentary film Accomplice, which is available on Netflix now. We can probably all remember the first ever time we received our first ever bikes and learning to ride them as well. For me personally, that was a challenge. But one fond memory I've got as a kid growing up, I remember getting given a silver BMX frame and dragging it home to my parents on a school day and saying, "Oh, I'll sort this out when I come home from school." They were sort of going, "What do you want that rubbish for? It's a dirty old BMX frame." I remember going to school, and when I finished school I got home and this silver BMX frame had turned into one of the coolest BMXs where I lived. My dad completely went to town on it. It was all done up with all new stuff. It had blue mags. It was the coolest BMX around, and for me to do my first ever stunt on that bike, it was such a thrill for me personally. The guys in Accomplice, they take mountain biking to the next level. I mean, they are literally on a mountain bike riding off the side of a mountain. Complete madness. Please join me down below in the comments. I would love to know, do you remember your first ever bike you received? Have you seen Accomplice yet? And if so, what did you think of it? And any extreme sports you can tell me about, please do get involved in those comments down below. Thank you. Accomplice was directed by Jeremy Grant. The documentary starts off when we see these riders when they're young and they're receiving their first ever bikes. I think it is actual footage we are actually seeing, and we see them do their first stunts on the bike, even practicing their stunts on a trampoline, which I thought was pretty cool. We then travel the globe with some of the world's top riders. Just to mention a few, we got Graham Agassiz, we've got Tyler McCall, Hannah Bergman, and we've also got Nico Vink as well. And these guys take us to some of the most majestic locations in the world, from Utah to India. One thing I actually did notice about watching this short film is that these guys can actually make the bicycle fly. Trust me, they really can. I also noticed the terrain as well. It is so rugged, as you would expect going down a mountain, but you would have thought they might have cleared the path or something. But I did actually notice some pretty big rocks there, and if your front wheel hits one of them rocks, you're going to go to hospital. Yeah, boy. Moving on to the good and bad points about Accomplice. Shall we start with the bad points first? I can't actually think of any bad points to say about this documentary. I thought this short film paid true homage to the bicycle. Moving on to the good points, the locations were absolutely breathtaking and amazing. The camera work was really well done and well shot as well. And where they were using the little cameras on their helmets and on the front of their bikes, it actually looked like we were going off the side of the mountains with these guys, and it was actually quite scary at times. And also the soundtracks they used were absolutely fantastic as well. The age rating here in the UK is a 12. It is only 52 minutes long, so this is an easy watch. One thing I would say is, if you are watching at home, the bigger the TV the better. Trust me, with these locations and what these guys are doing, the bigger the TV the better. And just sit back and admire what these guys can actually do with the common bicycle. Honestly, it's absolutely amazing. Now, I know this is a documentary, but I've still got to actually go through this. There's no sex or nudity, there is mild profanity, and there's no violence. I'm going to give Accomplice, which is on Netflix now, a 4 out of 5 popcorn rating. Please do join me in the comments down below. For this video, I would love to know, have you seen Accomplice yet? If so, what did you actually think of it? Can you remember your first ever bike? Also, any stories you can tell about the bike as well. I would love to hear. One story I can share with you guys, my daughter, she was going down this rather large hill. There were some people in front of her. She pulled her brakes up and went flying headfirst into a bush. Yes, it sounds funny, but she was actually quite bashed up, and I don't actually think she's ever been on a bike since. So any stories you can tell me about the bike, please do feel free, get involved in those comments. I'd love to hear them. If you like this video, please do give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe if you can. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this little review. You've been watching Carl on the channel Carlinio9. Take care guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.